So I just left my client who's staying at the Beverly Wilshire off of Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, right? Upon arrival, I pull up and I see the dehumanized, muzzled face valet standing there just staring at me. And I'm waiting because, one would assume that the valet comes to help you with the door, assist with the 5 bags and folding makeup chair that I have to carry up a million flights, and then maybe, park the car. But no, he's just standing there staring at me. So I'm waiting, and I then have to ask, excuse me, what would you like me to do? He says, oh, you could just park down there. What? So you're telling me you're not gonna do your job? Oh, let me guess why. Because COVID. Yeah, so the valet is now paid to just stand there and stare at you while you get your out of the car and park your own car. Please explain to me why this is a job.
Please explain it to me. Okay, outside of just the rant, because rants are funny to me. It doesn't matter what it is and who it's about, but they're just fun. But I feel like we need more details because everyone has a lot of opinions and talking about what's happened. She rolls up to a place where valet is standing and they don't do anything because of COVID. Because of COVID in what way? Because of why in COVID? There's many aspects of COVID that give reasons for policies that happen at places of business, especially places like this where they can't wait to help someone drive up and valet their car. Something else was happening.
Nah.
Something else was happening that has to do with her.
Yeah, well look, you're overanalyzing and I'm looking forward to doing likewise. Okay, but first, what's amazing to me is that right-wingers see Barbie Karen and they think, nailed it. Like they think that's a decent person. That's a wonderful person who's really mad at the muzzled F-face valet. That the problem is the valet, the average guy who's supposed to schlep her 5 bags, right? And that's the guy who is the problem in this country. And she's outraged. She's like, why won't the peasants carry my valise, right? Okay, so she's one person, but she put that video out thinking nailed it, right? And the right wingers look at it and go, she's so right, man. We should kick the ass of that valet. They didn't say violence, to be fair, right? But he's apparently a muzzled F-face. And okay, fine, Jared, I'll also humor your overanalysis, okay? Yeah, we live in LA. No valets are like, yeah, whatever, dude. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. So I don't know what actually happened there, but from even that short video, you get a sense that perhaps she has expectations that are not normal for what people should do, perhaps. All right, Lance, your thoughts on this important controversy.
Well, I'm kind of shocked you guys weren't telling the full story. It wasn't a hotel at all. That was just a Wendy's. I know it's awkward, but yeah, these things do happen. Hey, maybe I'll say one thing. I know we're not using the case slur anymore because obviously the controversy surrounding it. But I would like to say, just for the record, that men can be case slurs just as much as women and non-binary people as well. I mean, it's an open and new world now. So everyone can be a K every now and then. So that's definitely the situation taking place, I think.
Is that right? We're not using that as so I have.
Oh, I don't know. I know there was rules before I got on. Like you can't say certain things, so I didn't know if that was.
Yeah. That was well, maybe I should retract my Barbie Karen line. Oh, I said it again. Okay.
Well, you brought up a point about how she put this out there and made sure people knew her point of view. I complain all the time in the car. I mean, I complain about drivers, I complain about pedestrians, I complain about the weather, I complain about that stoplight, I complain about how short this happened, I complain all the time in the car. You know who hears that? Nobody hears that. Why do they need to hear me complain about the car in front of me that stopped at that yellow light? Why do they need to hear about that? Why do they need to hear about the guy that's in the fast lane driving 55 miles an hour? Hey, I yell about it into my windshield all the time. But you know what would happen if I went on the internet and said, you know what, I can't stand when people drive in front of me and stop there. Because nobody cares. Nobody. I just put this out. It was tweet or Instagram, one of them. And I was complaining to myself the other day, all day. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop complaining to myself because I'm not complaining to anyone else. And frankly, I'm tired of hearing this guy complain. So just shut up. Do you think it'll get support? No, I don't even think right wingers are gonna be like, yeah, go Karen. No, they're not. They're gonna be like, oh my God, stop talking. Nobody wants to hear you complain about a valet.
A social media influencer is receiving a lot of backlash after she decided to engage in a photo op during her own father's funeral while his casket was open. And yes, she took the images right in front of that open casket. So Jane Rivera is her name. These are the images.
And fame is her game.
Yeah. So look, I shared my thoughts about this on Twitter, and the only question I had was, is having kids really worth it? Right? You give them everything, and this is how they repay you. But nonetheless, she also filmed a video. I want to get to that, so let's just quickly watch.
There he goes. Wow. You and your brothers help carry you. There you go.
Bye, Papa. Love you, Papa. Okay, so she loves her papa, so they had a good relationship. I was thinking, I don't know, maybe we're not familiar with their relationship. Maybe he was awful to her and like she's, no, it seems like they had a good relationship. Also, the caption in her Instagram photos was this: butterfly, fly away, RIP Poppy, you were my best friend, a life well lived, hashtag rest in peace, Poppy, veteran, PTSD, funeral, hashtag never forgotten. You guys get the point. Okay, so then it turns out that Instagram, out of nowhere, she claims, just like suspended her account. And this was after she posted these images and received a lot of backlash. Jane Rivera of Florida told NBC News in an interview that she understood the negative reception, but clarified that the photos were taken with the best intentions in a manner my father would have approved with had he still been alive. For me, I treated the celebration as if my father was right next to me, posing for the camera as he had done on many occasions prior.
So I think Instagram, if they actually took her account down because of this, probably should not have. But they might have a rule about showing dead bodies, I don't know. Okay, so if they have a rule about it, then it's fine. If they don't have a rule, then don't panic, it's okay. Now, but what do I think she should have done it? Well, look, I like different kinds of funerals. So for example, I love Irish funerals. I don't think that you could be sad enough. Obviously, when I go to funerals, I'm incredibly sad because someone I love has died. But you do want to celebrate their life, and the Irish do that in a unique way by literally celebrating it. And that's great. I love that cultural tradition, right? And I guess this would be the equivalent of an Instagram funeral.
Not really
right?
though, because was the intention of her post to celebrate her father's life, or was it to celebrate herself?
Yeah, I know, but in Instagram, so it's the Irish funeral is to celebrate the life of the person who's died.
Yeah,
in an Instagram funeral, it would be to celebrate yourself.
Your selfie, yeah.
Yeah, your selfies,
yeah,
like literally, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's not the same thing, it's a different thing. And so is it the right thing to do? To me, the answer is fairly obvious. Of course not.
Yeah,
right?
I don't want to be judgmental, right? Like I'm trying really, really hard to be a better person in this. But like, am I gonna pretend like I'm a better person, or am I gonna tell you guys the truth about how I feel? I think it was awful. I think what she did was awful, self-absorbed, narcissistic, and she shouldn't have done it. I also think that what she was wearing to the funeral was super inappropriate. Like the whole package. It wasn't just the fact that she took those photos. It's like she's trying to show off her outfit and how cute she looks. And it's like, you're like, the thought, like,
come on, look at those pictures.
No, I can't. Like, look, the thought of my dad dying, everyone grieves in different ways, but there's just, I don't know. My dad died, I wouldn't even be, are you kidding me? I wouldn't even be able to think about anything. I'd be so devastated. Like,
no, guys, this is not close. I'm gonna keep it way more real, okay? So first of all, I'm not taking pictures like this in my dad's funeral. I'm just not, okay? And yeah, I would be.
Just don't take pictures like that ever.
Ever, to be fair, okay. So Young Turks has an awesome Instagram account. I do not, because I tried and I just kept taking pictures of food. And I was like, I don't think this is how it's supposed to work. I think that you're supposed to take pictures of selfies of you looking good. And since I couldn't do that, I just be like, all right, well, I look bad, but here's how I got there, delicious food. Okay, anyway, but Young Turks is oftentimes funny, informative, etc. site. That I think that's the right way to use Instagram, but let's keep it real. What do most people do on Instagram? Okay, and so when you're doing the ducky and cleavage stuff, That I look, to each his own. I don't mind at all. God bless. Now there's a sickness in America and across the world now where everybody's obsessed with fame and they think that's how they're going to get the fame.
Yep.
And are you know, let's say highlighting your body to get there? Kind of obviously you are, right? But I'm not judging that.
I'm not judging that either.
Yeah.
Like, do you boo? If that's what you want,
Yeah.
do you? It's your father's funeral. It's off-putting, to say the least. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying no duck face at your dad's funeral, right? I'm not saying don't do duck face. And by the way, when I take a picture, trust me, I take it from up top, not from below. Okay, we're all aware of it. So
I just want to know who decided to like not do her a solid and actually take the photos. Like whoever that person is in your life, girl, they're not looking out for you.
No, she's still, no, I guarantee you right now, she's actually thrilled with the publicity. She actually, no. I guarantee you she thinks like she'll be upset and there's a lot of critique and that always gets to people. But at the end of the day, she's thinking, nailed it. Couldn't have gotten more publicity if I tried.